channel. Today I'm going to be filming a special barbecue recipe video for you. Unfortunately in the UK we don't get nice weather. We get it now and then, but today is cloudy and quite windy, so sorry if you hear some wind on the mic and stuff, but I'm going to just power through and make a really nice barbecue sausage. These are bean sausages, so you don't usually expect to make bean sausages that are actually barbecue-able and grillable, and you can also pan fry them as well. They're so flavoursome, really simple to make. You don't need a blender, all you need is a masher, and they're so tasty. So I'm going to get straight into it. First up, I'm going to prepare the base flavour, which is some red onion, some peppers, portobello mushroom and some herbs. So I'm going to get on with that now. So I've already finely diced some red onion, and next up I'm going to finely dice some peppers and some garlic and a portobello mushroom. So let's do that now. Finely dice one pepper. I'm using half a red and half a yellow. As I said, it's not barbecue weather. My hands are pretty cold and I managed to cut my finger slightly, so that's why I got a plaster now on. If you want knife skills, go to my knife skills video. I promise you. It's the first time I cut myself in ages. Okay, so next I'm going to finely dice this portobello mushroom. I like to get rid of the gills here because it just adds blackness to the sausage, but if you get rid of that, it stays quite light and nice. So yeah, let's get rid of that using a spoon. I also peel the mushroom. Dice the mushroom. Preheat a pan over a medium heat and add a touch of coconut oil. I'm using Vita Coca. Add one finely chopped red onion to the pan, followed by 3 cloves of garlic crushed. Add the pepper and the mushrooms. Add 3 tablespoons of paprika. Add some salt and pepper. Add the zest of 1 lemon, so don't add any of the pith, only get the nice zest, and use unwaxed lemons. This is smelling so good. Next I'm going to add some herbs, a sprig of rosemary, which is great with the paprika and just like a barbecue flavour. Honestly, it's going to work great. And I got some lemon thyme. That smells incredible, so I'm going to get those 2 in now. Just a sprig of the rosemary, chopped up fine, and some of the leaves of this thyme. Let's get them in. Finely chop the rosemary. Add the leaves of the lemon thyme. So I just turned the heat down on this now, and it's looking and smelling so good, and that's going to be an amazing base of flavour to add to our beans. Obviously the beans are the most important part to the recipe. I've got 1 tin of red kidney beans and 1 tin of cannelloni beans. So basically all I've done is drain them from a tin, give them a wash and pat them dry as best as I can, really, because if they're wet and damp it's going to make the sausage really wet and damp as well. So you need to make sure they're properly dried. And next to this bowl I'm going to add some ground walnuts. And this is going to add a nice hearty flavour and dry out the mixture and make it a nice texture. Make the sausage have a nice texture. So I'm going to get those in. The full written recipe is on my website, remember. I'm also going to add some buckwheat flour, and I'm adding 5 tablespoons of buckwheat flour. This is keeping it gluten-free, so if you don't want it to be gluten-free, just add plain flour. And look at that amazing mixture. That is so flavoursome. So now this goes into the bowl, and I'm going to use my old-fashioned masher to mash it up and turn it into a nice mix for our sausages. Simple as that. So let's get it in. Stir the mix, then give it a mash up until it starts to come together. So the trick is not to over mash it, because it then turns into like a puree. We need to make sure there's enough texture, so we don't want to fully mash the beans, and I just use a spoon to bring the unmashed beans to the top and give them a light mash. I'll show you the perfect texture now when I'm there. So it does help if you have a bigger bowl. but I really love this bowl, so I use it. As I said, it's so important to make sure you've dried the beans off properly using kitchen paper or a kitchen towel. If you don't, at this stage you're going to have a really wet and soggy mixture. If you get to that point and you realise, oh damn, I haven't dried them off enough, just add some more flour, but it's really important, as I said, to dry the beans. So now I'm just going to move away these ingredients and I'm going to roll them up into sausages. So let me get on with that. I'm also going to preheat a large saucepan of water on the stove because we're going to poach them first before we cook them on the barbecue. So bear with me. Okay, so rolling up the sausages. Really simple. It's a bit time consuming, but if you do this the day before your barbecue, then it's fine, or even a few days before. So I've got some greaseproof paper and I've just made it into pieces this size, and I've got some foil. So first up, get the greaseproof paper on your board and I just put my body up against it. I put a little bit of flour on my hands and grab a nice handful of the mix and roll it into a sausage. And as simple as that, really, we just have to roll it in the paper and into the foil to seal it. So I do sausages about this big. Add a little bit of flour to your hands and to the sausage to stop it from sticking. Then roll it in the greaseproof paper. Twist each end tightly. And finally, wrap them in foil. Twist each end again. And there's one sausage done. Now this, yes, it is a little bit of effort and you are using some foil and some baking paper, but you can recycle both. So once you finish making them and once they're done and you remove the wrapping, make sure you recycle the foil and the paper. So I'm going to do the rest now and then we're going to get them into the broth. It's important to try and wrap the sausages as tight as you can. Right, the sausages are all wrapped up. I'm going to get them into this simmering water now, into this massive pan, to cook for about 20 minutes, and they're going to firm up really nicely. We never want this to boil, we just want it to simmer. If you have a steamer at home, you could steam them as well. They're going to firm up beautifully. So let's get them in the water. After 20 minutes of cooking, remove the sausages from the water. These are nice and firm to the touch now, so I'm going to let those cool, and my friends should be arriving soon. I'm going to make a sauce to serve with them. I've also got some flatbread dough made, which I'm going to throw into the wood-fired oven. And if you want that recipe, it's in loads of my videos, but I'll pop a link up there. It's going to be left hand side. I keep remembering because always in my video I go that side, but it's that side, so it's that side. We get rid of this pan, get rid of this stove, bring out the barbecue, make a sauce, and then that's it. Let's get on with it. Unwrap the sausages when they're cool enough to handle. Make sure you recycle the foil. So whilst the barbecue is getting ready, wait for my friends, they're late. I'm going to quickly make the green herby sauce to serve with these lovely sausages. I'm not going to put these amazing bean sausages in bread. I'm going to serve it with a lovely green sauce, some grilled chicory, some fresh salad, and on the side I'm going to make those flatbreads. So it's going to be a really nice posh barbecue sausage, I guess. So first up, let me get some parsley, and I've got some chives to chop up. Grab a nice big handful of fresh parsley and some fresh chives. So I've also got a handful of basil as well, and we're just going to chop this up really fine. Salsa verde is usually made with just parsley, but I like to add any really soft herbs. It just adds some nice flavour. And we've got some really nice herbs in the garden at the moment, so I might as well use them. So I'm going to chop this up really fine, add some other ingredients, which I'll show you now. Add a few tablespoons of capers. Add some minced garlic, some sea salt and some pepper. I'm also going to add 3 cocktail gherkins. Rock your knife through the herb mix to make it nice and fine. So if you want knife skills tips, as I said before, when I cut my finger, I have a knife skills video which is really handy. And we just want to get this as fine as possible. So I'm just using the rocking motion, really simple technique, before getting it into the bowl and adding the red wine vinegar, some mustard and some oil, which helps make it into more of a sauce. But this smells so good, and it's so fresh and vibrant, and it's all going to like counteract the smokiness and of the sausages with as they have the paprika in them. So this is going to work really great. I haven't actually tried these two together, but just from experience I know that they're going to work. But my friends are coming, so they're going to test it out. Add the herb mix to a mixing bowl. To the bowl, add a tablespoon of mustard. Add the juice of half a lemon. Add 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar and a good glug of good quality olive oil. I'm sorry guys, the smoke is getting in my eyes and making them really stingy. Hope you can't see it through my glasses. Oh, by the way, if you like the glasses, they're from David Clulo. Thank you guys for sending me these lovely glasses. They help me see. Anyway, this salsa verde is looking absolutely great. I've used whole grain mustard because it's all I had. Usually I would use Dijon mustard, which is smooth. This is looking beautiful. If you want it thinner and more saucy, just add some more oil. But this is looking great. Let's give this a little try. Check it for seasoning. Oh, that is good. That is really good. It's quite powerful, so you'll need a little bit, but it's going to work really well with these sausages. So I'm going to set that aside and get grilling our sausages. Look how good these are. They've even got the nice charred lines on them. I'm just going to grill off the rest of them, grill some chicory, and I'm going to serve them up. And then I'm going to bring over some flatbreads, which I'm going to cook in the oven in a bit. They look so good. I'm so impressed with these. Just so you know, I lightly oiled the sausages before putting them on the grill. They are going to stick, but if you add a little bit of oil, they won't stick too badly. And same with my chicory. Just a touch of oil. And some seasoning. Once the chicory is grilled, remove it from the barbecue. So you saw me put a bowl into the wood-fired oven. You can do exactly the same. Make sure it's a metal bowl with no plastic or anything on it. And what I'm going to do is just lay a flatbread over the top of it and push it in, put the door on, and I'm hoping that it's going to puff up and turn into like basically like a bread bowl. We'll have a look now and see if it happens. So let's get it on. So that was quite stressful actually, trying to control that fire. I'm going to plate these up now. These sausages look great, and the charred lines are going to add some amazing flavour. So I'm going to add a couple to my plate. Get some of the grilled chicory. Let's add some of this lovely sauce. Got some rocket around and some lemon juice. So I'm just finishing off with a bit of lemon, and that is it really. My simple barbecue bean sausage. My eyes are still stinging. Grilled chicory, some rocket, and our salsa verde. This is going to taste so fresh, and I'm going to trial it on my friends now who finally arrived. I've got the flatbread in the oven, so once that's ready I'll serve that up to them. But yeah, a really nice summer dish here, healthier than a usual hot dog. I think this is going to go really down well, so I'm going to take it over and then do the rest. Just before I take it over, I'm going to add some nice fresh red tomatoes to it for a bit of colour. And there we go. Let's take it over and hopefully they'll like it. That bread is looking good. Right, who wants the first one? Who wants the first one? You're going to have it. Go on, let me know what you think. So this is looking really rustic and beautiful. Lovely summer food, although it's not very sunny here. So I'm going to tuck in now and give it a taste. That is awesome. All the smokiness from the barbecue, the paprika's adding a nice kick. And that salsa verde just works so well with it. Really, really good. Perfect summer food. Make sure you try it. Don't forget to like, share and comment. I've forgotten about the bread, so it's probably going to be burnt. But anyway, like, share and comment. Hit the bell if you want to be part of the notification gang. And thanks for watching. See you next week. And the bread actually isn't looking too bad, although this was a bit of a messy one as my trial one. I'm going to take this over for the boys and let them give it a taste.